Hello and welcome to Virtual Investor Conferences. On behalf of OTC Markets, we are very pleased you have joined us for our quarterly Small Cap Growth Conference. The first presentation of the day is from Betolar. Please note you may submit questions for the presenter in the left, on the box to the left of the slides. You can also view a company's availability for a one-on-one meeting by clicking Book a Meeting in the top toolbar. At this point, I'm very pleased to welcome Tuija Kalpala, President and Chief Executive Officer and Mikko Virkala, Chief Financial Officer of Betolar, which trades on the OTCQX Best Market under the symbol BTLRF and on the Nasdaq First North under the symbol BETOLA. Welcome, Tuija and Mikko.
Thank you. So very happy to be here. So before we get started, just a brief disclaimer about the forward-looking statements. But let's get started. So my name is Tuija Kalpala. I'm the President and CEO of Betolar, and I'm here with Mikko Virkala, our CFO. Okay, so let's get started and talking about what we're doing. So we are a circular economy and materials technology company. We are really transforming industrial side streams into valuable products. So really looking at converting waste materials into value. We also have a groundbreaking technology to recover critical and strategic metals from these industrial waste materials. 2021, we were listed on Nasdaq First North Growth Market. 2026, so beginning of this year, our shares started trading on OTCQX marketplace. We have about 4 main market areas. So we mainly work in Europe. In India, we have a subsidiary. Australia is also one of our markets, and then of course in North America. We are quite small still, so we're about 30 people globally at the moment. Our headquarters is based in Finland. We do material sales in Finland and also in India. We do technology sales and commercial development activities in North America, Europe, India, and Asia as well. And we work on different type of materials and solutions. So we work with side streams and waste upcycling. We have quite strong mining and metal area. Also, we can do precast, landscaping, product infrastructure, and so on. Anything related to really replacing cement in concrete products, but also we have solutions for mining and metals and this metal extraction. But let's get going so I can explain in more detail. Here's a short recap of our executive management team. So we are at the moment, we're 5 people looking at the different business areas. But if looking at what is our strategy and what is our growth plan, especially for 2026. So we work in 2 main areas where one is this mining and metals area. And on this side, we have our own proprietary metal extraction technology. I will explain that shortly in more detail what it is. And then we have a lot of mining solutions for sustainable mining. We have different areas where we can help the mining industry, especially to lower the use of cement and improve the circular economy. For these solutions, like especially the metal extraction, it's a bit capex heavy investment. However, there's a very fast payback time on this. And then on the other hand, on the circular materials, we do a lot of material sales. And also we have recipe development based on geopolymers on construction and also infrastructure solutions. And of course, this is something that generates much faster cash flow. If we then move forward, we have a background on different kind of innovations. So I want to highlight this because this is kind of the base and the foundation of our company. We have a kind of large patent portfolio. So at the moment we have patent families, 24. We have new patents pending, more than 60, and we're continuously looking at new innovations and really thinking how we can create value from different kind of unused side streams and waste materials and turn that into value. And most of the patents that we have right now and the ones pending are all related to turning these kind of materials into new revenue streams. We have also won several industry-related awards on different innovations that we have done. And we have a strong R&D department working on and developing all these new type of inventions. On mining and metals, the application areas that we have, of course, is this proprietary metal extraction technology. Also, cementless base backfill or rock fill solution. We do have a solution for completely cement-free shotcrete or sprayed concrete. We do stabilization of tailings, utilization of mine tailings. We have a lot of solutions how we can utilize and use these mine tailings, and of course different kind of side stream valorization. On the circular materials is mostly related to really supplying and selling these cement replacement materials, mostly GGBFS, so slag from the steel industry. And then we have a recipe development for geopolymer type of solutions. Then a couple of words about our metal extraction technology. So the target really is this, that we have a groundbreaking proprietary technology. And really to look at these strategic and critical minerals, including the rare earths. And the technology is not only extracting the metals out from the waste stream, but it's also at the same time producing this kind of new type of product, which we call circular cement. So some kind of new material that is very much like cement that we can use instead of using cement in different kind of concrete products. So many times and projects that we have, so for example, we're utilizing mine tailings and from mine tailings, taking the residue metals out, and whatever is left is this circular cement that is then being used by the mine itself for their own needs to really improve the circular practices and avoiding generating waste material that can be turned into value. How does it work? So we are using, for our technology, we can use different kind of unutilized industrial side streams and mine tailings, and we are combining them together as the optimal. We always look at for the optimum blend that goes in to a smelter. And with the smelter, as I mentioned, then we get out critical and strategic metals, including the rare earths, and then whatever is left is circular cement. So there's no waste left. And this is our proprietary technology. And we have several patents that we have submitted, global patents on this technology. And we're further developing this as we speak. And we will be also looking at submitting even more patents on different metals. So this is briefly how it works. So there's a smelter, there's an add-on unit next to a smelter, which is our metal extraction unit. And with that, we can put tailings in. It's a molten slag form. We get out all these metals as well as the circular cement. The beauty of this process is that the main process will not be affected. It has a very high metal recovery, zero waste process. We can capture 99% of the metals that are left in this kind of waste material. Payback time is only about 1 to 2 years, of course, depending on what metals we're able to capture. So of course, we're looking at the rare earths and the high value metals. And minimal additional energy needed. So this is a really efficient process that we have. We have successfully tested different kind of slags. Also, we have successfully recovered different kind of metals, and we continue working on these different metals and increasing the number of metals that we can capture. Raw materials, as mentioned, mine tailings, which is the #1 problem in the world, waste problem in the world. So there's the most waste in the world is generated by mines, and it's these mine tailings. So we have a solution how we can tackle this challenge as well and utilize even the mine tailings. Yes, then about the highlights, we have announced our result today in Europe. So highlights from the Q4 2025. So what we really see on the market side, that we operate in a growing global markets where demand for low carbon, high performance materials and alternative binders is increasing. And these are the materials that where we can replace cement with something else cost efficient, enabling the circular economy. So we are present in mining, and we have solutions for mining. We have the industrial side streams. We're working with those. We have a lot of customers that are asking us to help to how to commercialize those side streams. So we do kind of research projects for them to study what we can do and make these side streams more valuable and how we can commercialize them. Also, we have infrastructure side. So I will talk about it shortly. We have some projects that we're also doing on infrastructure. On the sales side, our order intake has been increasing. And we have been progressing across the key markets, supporting by growing slag sales in India. So we have a trading business in India and also now in Europe, where we're really looking at selling slag, GGBFS from the steel industry. We also have mining related projects in Australia and Canada, and of course in Finland. And we have partnerships also globally with different players. And innovation side, I already mentioned about the patent families, and this is something that we're really proud about our innovation portfolio and especially this breakthrough metal extraction technology that we have right now. On the mining and metal side, I have a couple of cases here that I would like to share with you. So we have advanced multiple customer projects delivering low carbon and cement-free shotcrete, so sprayed concrete and rock fill solutions in Finland, Canada, and Australia. Really to meet the growing demand for sustainable mining practices. So we see that there's quite a lot of push and interest also from the mining side to look at more sustainable solutions and really enable the circularity of the mines and how they can utilize their own mine tailings and replace, for example, now this technology that we have to enable to use their own mine tailings and utilize that when they are using and they have a need for different concrete products like shotcrete, sprayed concrete, and paste backfilling, rock filling. So we have solutions for that. And then we have a project with Anglo American in Finland, where we are now testing our technology, this metal extraction technology, for their needs. And here's a slide talking about more this Anglo American case, where we are really studying there's a new project coming. And so for the new project, we're really looking at how we can utilize the mine tailings for their own needs to really generate a binder, cement-free material to help their sustainability needs that they have. Then in Finland, we're also working with Outokumpu, steel manufacturer, and they also have a mine in Finland. So we have been developing for this completely cement-free shotcrete, sprayed concrete for them, as well as some other solutions. So we have a blended type of shotcrete, and now we're finalizing a completely cement-free project for them. In Canada, we're working with Canadian royalties. We're developing completely cement-free rockfill solution for them as well. In Australia, Mandalay Resources, we're also developing low carbon mining solutions for them. And this is for their rockfill needs, so going completely cement-free with them as well. Then on construction and infrastructure side, so back in the day, we were very focused on really looking at the geopolymers and delivering different kind of recipes, geopolymer-based recipes to our customers. We have a very strong knowledge and know-how on this area, but we have been now shifting our focus more looking at really these material sales and really looking at trading and how we can support our customers, not only providing them the recipes, but also providing them these materials. We also received, end of last year, we received one big project or order for 1.4 million euros for a major Finnish infrastructure project to test and validate one of our innovations as a part of a larger multi-phase program. We also offer our customers optimization services where they can optimize their own processes for these kind of cement recipes to lower the carbon footprint. On industrial side streams, as mentioned already a few times, so we are doing quite a lot of operations on the slag GGBFS sales in India and also in Europe, and we have built a supply chain to support this business. And also with Nordkalk in Finland, we have been also commercializing their side streams. So really looking at how we can utilize their mine tailings. It's a circular calcite type of a product, and really looking at how we can utilize it in construction. So have a new use for this material. This is actually about the same thing I already mentioned, this Nordkalk, so it's really to commercialize their tailing-based circular calcite. Very interesting project and moving very well, and we have been so far able to replace 25% of the material with this circular calcite in concrete products. Here's another slide about our GGBFS. So these slag sales operations that we have, it's really, we have built the logistics and supply chain in Europe. We also have this kind of business ongoing and growing business in India, and we see a lot of opportunities and opportunities globally with these material sales to replace cement. My last slide before I hand over to Mikko to talk about the financial is that most of the work that we do, it's based on our own data and AI. We have SitePrime and optimized services that we are offering to our customers, and these are really data-driven, AI-enhanced approach that we use to accelerate our R&D. And strengthens our business operations and really giving us a competitive edge. So we can do R&D work much faster when we are utilizing our own tools for this. So we can see faster on different raw materials, different side streams. We can faster know how they're going to react and how we can use them and how we can make different kind of recipes to utilize and commercialize them. Okay, but then handing over to Mikko.
Thank you, Tuija. let's have a then look at our financial highlights for the year 2025. So starting from our revenue was growing 24% compared to previous year. And at the same time, we were able to increase our EBITDA by 2.1 million euros. And we are presenting all the numbers here in euros, and I believe that most of you are able to then convert these to US dollars. And our order intake for last year was 2.3 million euros. And then when we are comparing that one to the full year revenue, what we had last year, you can see that order intake is much higher than what our revenue was. And we are quite a fresh company, and we have been able to grow our revenue every year. And the early years in our company history were really R&D focused. And you can see that we have finalized the heavy R&D phase, and we have been then able to streamline our cost base, and that we have been then able to then improve our EBITDA much better. And as said already, so our order intake more than 2 million at this stage, and that is then guiding us to the next year, and we are looking for growth. Our focus markets, Tuija was showing those already with the customer cases earlier. You can see that still majority of our revenue comes from Finland, but then other countries are also having almost 1/3 or a bit more than 1/3 of our revenue. And our financial position at this moment, that we have, our cash balance is a bit short of 7 million, and then on top of that one, that we are then having 1 million of public grants what we haven't drawn yet. And so the total liquidity totals up to 7.7 million euros at the end of 2025. And we are also giving guidance for 2026, and we are expecting our revenue to grow significantly compared to the previous year. And our company targets are here. And so the business targets for the coming years is that the implementation of the proof of concept for metal extraction technology and scaling it to an industrial level, where we use slags from the metal industry and tailings from the mining industry. And the second target is that we are securing the commercial agreements related to metal extraction technology, and we have the aim to achieve 1 billion euro revenue in the long term. And the third target is that we want to strengthen and expand the value chain of circular materials, especially in the acquisition and sale of blast furnace slag. And the financial targets of the company, and these financial targets that is not considered to be an earnings guidance, but then our target is to achieve the positive EBITDA by the end of the fourth quarter 2027. And then a short look at our investor base. So we have more than 5,000 shareholders in the company, and roughly half of the shareholders are so-called anchor investors who have been with us from the beginning, and the other half is remaining there on the free float. And we have plenty of room for new investors. So welcome to join us. And if we look at our share price development, you can see that from the beginning that it has been following the Nasdaq First North Growth Market more or less, but then during the last year, you can see that last year that our share price has been increasing 84%, and year to date is 12%, and this data was updated then 2 weeks ago, and today when we published our results, you can see that share price is much higher already today. And that was my last slide, and then we have a few minutes remaining for the Q&A.
We have about 4 minutes, so we'll try to address the questions fairly fast. How do I get to the first question. Let's start from what I can see on my screen. There's a question about who are your main competitors in metal extraction, and what is your key differentiator? So as mentioned, we have now submitted 8 patents on our metal extraction technology, and we're about to submit even more on this. We believe that nobody else has exactly the same technology that what we have. It's we call it's groundbreaking because it's something that others don't have, and the background is a bit different because we are not typically the metals company. We don't have a smelter, so we came a little bit out from the industry, looking at this from out of the box, because our main purpose in the beginning was really to look at these side streams and these unusable side streams that had a high content of metal. So we wanted to clean them. We wanted to make a binder material that doesn't have metals, so that we can utilize it in our construction and concrete applications. And as we were trying really out of the box to develop this technology, we realized that, hey, actually we can extract all the metals and all these valuable metals. And that's how we came up with this. We came completely thinking and looking at this differently than the typical metal companies and smelters. So this is, I would say, this is a new thing, and we don't believe we have exactly. Of course, there are competitors who have different kind of technologies. There's another question about our metal extraction technology and reaching 99% recovery and producing circular cement. Where do customers see the biggest economic benefit? Metals, cement, waste reduction. So definitely when we are looking at this and we're looking at materials that are has these valuable metals, rare earths, and so on, of course, the biggest value is in the metals and extracting the metals. But however, for some companies, for some mining companies, they see, depending on their situation, depending on their current technologies and what they're doing, but for some players, it's actually more important the waste reduction, because their environmental permits may require that they have to do something for the mine tailings. But of course, the biggest value is in the metals. There's a question about if we had to prioritize, which business line would we double down on the next 24 months? Metal extraction, cementless mining solutions, or slag trading, and why? So I would say this is a good question. So I would say that it's really sorry. It's really the where is the question now? Sorry, the screen moved a little bit. So doubling down. So I would say that if I have to really prioritize, I would double down cementless mining solutions, because I believe, and we believe, that the metal extraction has the highest value and highest potential. And of course, this slag trading that we're doing, it's generating cash flow at the moment, which is also very important. But cementless mining solutions, that's something that will come after. So definitely this metal extraction is the biggest thing that we can do. There's the highest value is definitely in these rare earths and critical and strategic metals that we can extract. How much time we have? We have about 1 minute. Okay. Was there some interesting question about our first commercial metal extraction? There's so many questions, so we have to take some of these questions then offline. So please contact us, and we can continue discussing. There's so many that we can't take them all, as we are we're running out of time. There's one question about how many similar Anglo-type metal extraction opportunities are currently in advanced discussion and in what geographies. So yes, we're discussing globally. So we are discussing potential customers in North America, Europe, also in Asian market, looking at really what we can do. And especially I would say that there's discussions with the metal companies, so with the smelters, as well as many discussions ongoing with mining companies related to their mine tailings and how we can utilize and commercialize these mine tailings that they have. Okay, I think we ran out of time, so thank you so much for all these really good questions, and I hope that we can have other sessions and discuss this in more detail with you.